What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the members of the channel. Shout out to the Point of View crew and Trip on This. We are rocking steady. We are holding firm at 70 members. And I'm in love with the homeboy. I'm all about it. 69 street soldiers and a key holder. Where you at? I love it. Shout out to the members. Shout out to everybody who helped me with the phone bill. That got paid. Thank you very much. And in addition to that, some people shot me a Rockstar donation. I think what they were wanting was to go on the Rockstar wall. Because lately, people who give me a Rockstar donation, excuse me, Chuck, my bad, I love you, go on the Rockstar wall. But however, though, this is coming down in just a day and a half. New month, bro, new program, homeboy. Moving forward, I'm putting the names on a shirt. So I held off with the Rockstar donations I got last couple of days. Instead of putting them on the wall, I'm going to put them on the shirt, brother. I just thought you guys would dig down more. If I'm wrong and you're like, no, Splinter, I want it on the wall. Hey, homeboy, I'll put you on the wall. No problem at all. Put you on the wall. No problem at all. Hey, I'm feeling great. Shout out to the Point of View crew. Let's just kick this video off. What was that loud noise? Cállate, way. Something fall dead. Sue, did you break something? No. Okay. Hey, homeboy, where you guys at with ADHD? Where you at with ADHD? Dude, I have it. I have a severe case of it, dude. I'm learning more and more about ADHD. And in turn, learning more and more about myself. Dude, Sue ain't buying it. She thinks there's no such thing as ADHD. She's like, nah, you don't have it. She's like, why do you think so? You know, you're not a doctor, nor do you play one on TV. You know, sometimes you Google symptoms and they can apply to everything. And she just thinks it's all made up. She ain't going for it. But dude, I think it's real talk, homeboy. And one of the symptoms is really, really, really bad short-term memory. Because your brain is just so busy. An ADHD brain is just so busy with just clutter, just all kinds of noise. It's just a busy brain, homeboy. That's why the ADHD medicine will calm you down. You know what's crazy about that? An ADHD medicine is a speed, an amphetamine. But instead of speeding you up, it slows you down. Just like me. If I were to get on meth, it would not speed me up. It would slow me down. Hey, homeboy, what's up, brother? So that's why people get it twisted when they see how I act, when they see I'm kind of like boisterous all over the place. Homeboy, that's ADHD. That's not an upper. Because if I was on the upper, I'd be like, mum's the word. Hey, bro. Dude, bad short-term memory. At least 5 times a day, I'm like, where's my wallet? And I just put it right here, but I don't remember putting it anywhere because the short-term memory is just so shot. So I'm just like, where's my wallet? Dude, it's cray, dog. Hey, so ADHD, I have it. Sue's not a believer. Where are you at with Tourette's? Now with that one, I'm not a believer, dude. I don't think Tourette's is real. Not the way they, not the way they present it. Not the way some people do it. There's that dude on Instagram. He has like an extreme case. He can't sit still. And he is just, but yet his neck is totally done, tatted down. His face is totally done, hands and arms. How can you possibly sit still and get those tats when every video you're just like, blah, blah, blah. And I just don't think that you're going to, randomly shout out cuss words. And that's a disease. You just be talking to your friend and you're like, you chicken shit down my gutter. Oh, sorry, that's Tourette's. I don't know, bro. Tourette's are like a license to insult. Where you at, though? Hey, brother, when I was in Wasco State Prison, though, reception, it was me, Matt from OC, and out a homeboy from Bakersfield who was in there. And he had, I guess what you could call Tourette's, a soft form of it, if Tourette's in fact even exists. But he went and shouted out cuss words, bro. But he had a tick. And it was real, bro. I don't know if it falls under Tourette's, what it falls under, but he would always be like he's trying to bite his ear. And he'd usually say it before he started talking. Like we'd be all talking, he'd go, yeah, I've seen that movie too, and this and that. And behind his back, Matt and I would do it. When he went and looking. Just because, I mean, it's like the obvious little clown. It's like the funny thing to do. It's like, we're bored and in prison. Homeboy's like, Of course we're going to be behind his back off. No disrespect, just getting our clown on. Bro, but he caught us. Nate, his name was Nate. Nate caught us, bro. Me and Matt doing that behind his back. Hey, you know what? He had two names. This dude, Nate, was actually my brother's friend when they were kids. When I seen him in Wall School reception, he's like, hey, dude, my mom was your mom's friend. And remember me? I was your brother's friend. And I'm like, Nate? And he's like, no, my name's not Nate. And he had another name. But the only name I could remember is Nate. Because that's how I met him as a kid, dude. But he has a much more, like, harder, more gangster name, dude. But I cannot remember it because when I see his face or think of him, I think Nate. And he would kind of get aggravated with me, like, no, not Nate. And I'd say, well, you introduce yourself to me as Nate. You know what I mean? Hey, bro. So, dude, he would, and me and Matt would do it, and he would catch us and sometimes want to fight and get all mad. Like, hey, don't get offended. But the whole story I'm saying about him is there was a guy. This is in line, and this is on topic, kind of, sort of, with the theme of the video. There was this guy in the dorm with us from Bakersfield, and he was saying that that kids that were special, kids that were mentally handicapped, or physically handicapped, or that had, you know, autism or retardation. Is that a word? That's not being disrespectful. A retard is a word, but when you say mental retardation, that's medical, right? Because I'm trying to be like, bro, I'm trying to keep it copacetic and legit. He says that any kids that has any sort of handicap, mental or physical, should be X-nayed. Should be just, the government should dig a big old pit and just push them all in. He said it would save the government a bunch of money. And people came and told us, hey, you should hear what your homeboy's saying down there about kids. Mentally handicapped, physically handicapped kids, bro. He's saying they should all be buried alive. So we were like that. We thought, well, that's stupid. What's he saying now for? But we noticed he just went to the store. $90, full draw. So me and old Nate pushed up on him. Homeboy, hey, you talking smack? You disrespecting the Bakersfield cart? You disrespecting the woodpile? We don't get down like that. We don't go around saying that kids need to be pushed into a grave, homeboy, and buried alive. And, you know, and give us your coffee and give us your peanut butter. Give us your chips and give us your cookies. Bro, we use that as an excuse to rob him. Jack him, took half of the store. How dare you say such a thing? We're offended. Give us half your store. And the craziest thing is, on the streets, I'm in my white truck, I'm driving, he's riding a bike, he sees me, he flags me down, Splinter, hey! I'm like, oh, that's that dude. I don't know why he would flag me down when the last time I saw him, I jacked him, basically. I jacked him. But we weren't buddies, we didn't get along, I rebuked him for his foul way of thinking. Then Nate and I, bro, made him separate his stuff and give us half. Separate yours from mine. And then he's flagging me down, hey, buddy. And dude, I'll tell that story later, how I moved forward. It wasn't totally, like, in his favor. But, hey, man, so. Yeah. So anyways, hey, you know what I've been noticing a lot lately? I've been noticing a lot lately ads on Instagram. If you were touched in juvenile hall, if you were in camp, if you were in this women's home, or boys' home, girls' home, if you were under 18 and you were in some kind of rehabilitation program, a jail, and you were touched, come forward. Here's the hotline. Dude, it got me thinking, bro. It actually, like, jarred like a long-lost memory. Absolutely. Dude, it jogged like a long-lost memory, bro. And also, I trip on this. I wonder what kind of views this video will even get. Because do you guys know that channel, Off the Yard? Big Lance Off the Yard. He's a cool dude, bro. We've shot the shit a little bit through text or Instagram. I mean, Instagram text. You talk, hey, what's up, bro? How are you? Plan maybe like collaboration. Never really got off the ground. He seems like a cool dude. I look at his channel every once in a while. But when he does a video like prison gangs, or my experience with cell living, or riot, whites and blacks, when he does like a prison video, 3, 4, 5,000 views. Nothing special, just your run-of-the-mill, same as me. Run-of-the-mill prison video, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6,000 views. But if he comes up with, someone got raped, someone got touched, I think he has a video he just put out, like this man actually raped his own son. I don't know if it was in prison or not. Man rapes his son. You know, dude wanted to be popular in prison, ended up getting raped by 5 guys. When he has those grape videos, Booty Bandit, Dude, 50, 60,000 views through the roof. And I'm looking at stuff like that going, dang, dude, I'm from California. I cannot keep up with the Joneses on that one. I can't be like, oh, look what the Joneses are doing. I'll do it. I can't, dude, I can't get there with you. I don't have stories like that. Because in California, there is no booty bandit and taking the booty hole, homeboy. It just don't go down like that. It's just not allowed. I only have one story, and I've told it a couple times. Walls for Reception, D4, bottom tier Woods and Southsiders, top tier blacks and bulldogs and Asians. And some Asian came in, an old man Asian was sellies with a young Asian. The young, like an 18-year-old Asian dude was sold up with like a 50-year-old Asian guy. The 50-year-old looked like he could climb trees with no shoes, rocks with his fingers. He just looked very rugged, live off the land. Where the 18-year-old Asian had like hair down to his ass and looked just soft. Looked like he could do a lotion commercial. Talking about long, beautiful hair, bro. A shampoo commercial and a lotion commercial for soft skin, dog. Yeah, that's the type of commercial he can do. But the 50-year-old Asian can do a commercial on living off the land. Join his survivor course and live off the land for 90 days. Is what he could be teaching, dog. Hey, they couldn't be more different. But they go in the sale and we start hearing those noises, sex noises. Quit touching me out. You know what? I'm not going to imitate them. But one was having fun and one was not. There were moans and grunts, some of pleasure, some of pain. Dude, that's the best way I could put it. Thank you, Splinter's brain. And Orion too, where you at? Some moans pleasure, bro, and some moans pain. You knew exactly what was going on in there. But you know what? And we're like, dude, we want to get that fool. We couldn't believe he's taking advantage of that youngster. But we have no action on getting him. Because he's top tier, we're bottom tier. They don't put us out together. But dude, you know what? The bulldog I hated the most, dude. Because we don't get along with the bulldogs. On site, green light. And so, dude, when we're in there with the bulldogs, bro, they would talk shit to us. We would talk shit to them. They would come to our cells, try to open our cell door, rush in. Bro, a lot of drama, a lot of war, a lot of battles, and a lot of shit talking with those bulldogs. And the one I hated the most, I could not stand. He had long hair. I couldn't stand him. Ended up being the one who sliced up that old Asian man for doing that to that youngster, dude. And I had to just extend my respect to him. I didn't like him. He was a loudmouth and he talked smack, but I respected what he did. So that's really the only booty bandit, take your booty hole story I have. Until I thought of this one, bro. What happened in KYF, Kern Youth Facility, dude. And it blows my mind that it even, it just hit like a ton of bricks. Like, oh yeah, like he was always there, just never like got highlighted. Like I always knew it happened. I can't forget, but I never just thought to trip on it and go, whoa, until I seen those commercials and I started thinking to myself, I hope that girl does, I'm not going to say her name, but one of my homegirls, when I was in KYF, was having, and she must have been 14 years old, bro, was having a sexual relationship with one of the guards. This old Mexican dude, had to be 50 years old. But the thing about it, homeboy, it was mutual, but it's not mutual though, because at 14, you don't have the ability to say, hey, I want to be in a mutual sexual relationship with someone above 18. That's why, dude, whether she says yes or no, it's still considered a grape. Because you can't give consent at 14. So, dude, but the reason why I say it was consensual, because this girl, KYF, Kern Youth Facility, is co-ed. But the guys live in one section, the girls live in the other, but we see them at school. Guys and girls go to school together. So this girl I'm talking about would be at school making fun of this older Mexican guard saying that he couldn't get hard. That rhymed too. But I'm not going to do a song about it. I'm going to forget about it. ASAP. Hey, homeboy. Cotton mouth. You're a rock star. Hey, homie. I'm not asking. I'm saying I have one. Hey, homeboy. Yeah, dude. She would come to work. No, apologize. She would come to school. This girl I knew in KYF. Talking smack about this older correctional guard saying that he couldn't get hard. And then one day she came to school was making fun of him, saying that they were messing around in the clothing room, and she had to put medicine up in herself, yeast infection medicine of some sort. And in the process of them messing around, he had yeast infection medicine all over his face. And so she made fun of him, laughed at him. He couldn't get a Wesso. Made fun of him, laughed at him. Come to school would tell us. I don't know if she'd say, hey, Chris, tell me. I think I maybe overheard. But I could remember, dude, like it was yesterday, being in school, her saying, that freaking idiot, that lame, couldn't even get a boner. Making fun of him. And he has. So, dude, crazy. And I hope that girl that I was a KYF with is seeing these commercials. Saying, hey, were you taken advantage of long ago in a program, bro? I hope she sees these commercials and acts on it, dude. I hope she makes the call, bro, and gets compensated. Because, bro, that's scandalous. That's dirty. And I remember seeing him, bro, after she would say this, and just mad dog him. And give him dirty-ass looks. But he never really worked around us, but I knew exactly who he was. Which he'd tell us about him. Knew exactly, homeboy. So, hey, trip out on this, though. But when I was in Juvenile Hall, the first time I went to Juvenile Hall, I went for 5 days for a burglary. I did a burglary and got 5 days. I didn't go to school and got 6 months. Kind of a trip, huh? Breaking probation. Could be worse than original charge, I guess, homeboy. What do you mean 5 days for a burglary? In 6 months, you're not going to school. What the fizzuck? Anyways, be that as it may, it makes sense when you read the law out, I guess. The 6 months is probably hanging over my head if I were to violate, which I did, not go to school. Get the time. Anyway, be that as it may, homeboy, hey, I'm not a lawyer, nor do I play one on television. Bro, robbed that dude Roland's house. He was a friend of ours. We broke in and stole his VCR, which was like, help me get this VCR. Dude, it was like this big, like, gargantuous. It had a camera, but it was a bird that sit on top. Tell us what it saw. I see someone walking up in your yard. Straight from Flintstones, homeboy. Big VCR, big, huge square. And CD player. Same, huge, gargantuous. No way you're carrying the VCR and CD player together. Ugh. Two of you, take one at a time. Hey, homeboy, broke into our friend Roland's house. Isn't that what they always say? If you get broke into, it's always one of your friends. But he had a green light on him. Because, well, I'm not going to get into it. But he fell out of favor. There was a crowd of us skinhead and punk rockers. Roland was a punk rocker. And he fell out of favor with the crew, bro. And so behind his back, everyone just started hating him. And then someone said, hey, we can't stand him. Matter of fact, if anyone goes and takes his CD player and VCR, I'll bite off him. That sounds like a job for me. Got caught breaking into Roland's house. We broke in, bro. And we knew, since he was our friend, that his mom didn't have a key to the sliding glass door, to the lock. Somehow I didn't have a key to the sliding glass door. So we like locked her out of her own house, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. And I remember, and she had made brownies. They were sitting out, and we were eating her brownies. We didn't expect her to come home for lunch. Look up, and there she is. Looking at us through the sliding glass door, beating on it, trying to get in. We locked her out of her own house. So I'm going, eating her brownies, dog. Anyway, 5 days in Juvenile Hall. I get in Juvenile Hall, and across from me, there's a kid, and he's doing jumping jacks all day and all night, butt naked. Meow, meow, J-Cat, where are you at? Is that not some J-Cat? It's got to be... Dude, that fits under J-Cat. Does it not? Doesn't sound like any kind of fun or any kind of game, any kind of... But he would try to entice me as if it were fun, as if it were some game. Hey, sale 18, whatever. Across from me, hey. And I look at my window. He's like, I'm doing jumping jacks naked. And I could tell he was because by the reaction of the guards when they come by, hey, put your clothes on. Every time they come by for count, every time they come by and let us out for food or school, he'd be in there doing the butt naked jumping jacks. Trying to entice me, say, hey, do him along. I would ignore him. Then they come in one day and just crack his door, grab him, homeboy, and they carry him out. You have a couple of cops got his legs, a couple of cops got his arms. They're carrying him out and he's butt naked. And I'm thinking, dang, that's a little foul. Why can't they rushed in there, grabbed him, covered him up with a blanket? You really got to carry him butt naked? And where do they take him? I don't know what room, but there's like a freaking rubber room somewhere, a hole, an isolation chamber. Dude, I don't know where they took him. I never acted a fool and got carried out. But when they brought him back hours and hours later, butt naked still. Now that has to be some kind of wrong. That has to be kind of scandalous. Now, speaking of getting carried out, bro, I almost think by this incident I'm getting ready to share with you that I was predisposed. Dude, it's bugging me that I have cottonmouth the way I do. I love this guy's watch. Ooh, man. Nice. Okay, I apologize for that. Just a little intermission. So, dude, I wonder, by this next incident I'm going to describe to you, that was a clear sign that I was predisposed to being an addict. Because I went to Charter Hospital when I was 16. It's like a mental hospital for kids. I was having problems. I'm not going to get into the whole thing that happened, but my aunt actually snatched me up and took me, bro, and they took me in. And it's like, it's inpatient. I was there for 2 months, taking all the medications. They have you all goofy. And, bro, yeah, a mental hospital, Charter Hospital, when I was 16 or so. Okay, and now the rumor was, if you acted all crazy, because some kids would act all crazy, tear their room apart, go nuts at school, throw their dinner tray, just act a fool, bro. And the rumor was that if you acted a fool, they would snatch you up, go tie you to a bed, and give you an injection of something to calm you down. And you'd just be like, in that bed, just all. So I, after hearing from several of my classmates, my fellow mental institution friends, what would that be called? That'd be called, I don't even know, I'm not going to sit and think of the proper term. I'm not going to give my dictionary. What can I refer to these people as? Roommates? Hey, homeboy, my countrymen? Bro, the people who were locked up with me, they would, in the mental institution, would say, dude, you act a fool. They give you that shot. Feels great. So what do you think I'm plotting on to do? What do you think I'm trying to get done? I'm trying to act a fool, so they'll snatch me up and give me one of those shots. Now, why would I even be thinking that way at 15, dude? That I want to be snatched up and given a shot so I could be like, oh, man. And I had no drug history at that point. Maybe snort a little weed, drink some vodka or something. But then one night, I decided this is the night. Started acting a fool, bro. We were this kind of group. I just started tearing off my robe, slinging the wrap thing around, trying to lasso the freaking staff, ripping off my shirt. I wasn't going to get all the way to the butt naked, oh boy. Never that. But dude, I started ripping my clothes off. Then they put me like in a rubber room, and I started yelling, bouncing off the walls. And sure enough, they snatched me up, tied me in that bed. Dude, I was so excited. Here we go. Why would I be excited about a shot, dude? Shots hurt. I was not thinking about the pain of the needle at all. No way. Here we go. I can't wait. And sure enough, they came in. And yeah, dude, I remember it being fire. I remember really digging it, bro. I wonder if I'm predisposed, dog. I wonder if that was the road to... Who knows? Now trip out on this. Why'd I sound like I was trying to make a new form of English? Trip out on this. Trip out on it, mate. Hey, trip out on this, though, dude. Look it. This is serious. One time this woman goes to a man. Hey, one time this lady, it's not a laughing matter, goes to one of my homeboys and says, hey, my daughter is 15 and she is missing in action with this 30-year-old dude. Run around Oildale of all places. Which that kind of caught me off guard. She says Oildale because she said they were like on a couch trip bouncing around. But most houses you're going to go to if you're bouncing around Oildale would not allow some 30-year-old dude to be hanging out. You know, his girlfriend's 15. They must have been lying about the age. I remember being confused about that. Who would put up with it when she said they were going on a couch trip, going from home to home? I'm thinking, what home? I'm thinking, those people need to get their bell rung too for allowing it. Yeah, come on in my house and hang out. You grown man with a beard and your young pre-pubescent girlfriend, come on in. No, dude, never that. Hey, homeboy. So she's like, go find my daughter. So, dude, 5 of us took off. We would have had more if we could fit more in the car, bro. We took off. We went to several houses looking. Dude, spent 3, 4, 5 hours bouncing around. Barely missed him. Finally, get to the spot. We found them. And when we walk in, they're laying on the couch together. Like, he's laying down. He's like his arms around her, and she's laying down. Bro, one of the homeboys I was with just walked in, grabbed her by her ankle, yanked her, and she went flying off the couch. And he said, call her mom. Take her outside, out front right now. In fact, walk across the street to that store and call her mom. Have her mom come get her right now. You? And dude, that dude got the blues. He got the blues. And you know what else happened, which I'm not going to say that I didn't agree with it. I did agree with it. Is the people whose house it was got the blues too. In fact, that was the job that I was doing. I was jumping the dude whose pad it was because there was already too many people on this guy. This grown man with a beard, who had this young chick, hiding her from her mom, giving her narcotics, dude. We finally caught him. There's so many people on him, I couldn't get in. I start throwing punches. I'm hitting my homeboy in the back of the head. He's like, ow. So then we just see the guy whose house it was, and we're like, well, we'll get you. You look available for an ass whipping. You have it coming. Dude, rush this freaking... Bro, that's not the only time, bro. And, you know, I'm proud to say that I've done that several times. And it's fulfilling, and it feels great to, homeboy, rescue someone from some perv, dog. Hey, I'm front line. I'm all about it. And that dude got run out of Oladell. He's never been seen from since, brother. Hey, trip out on this one little, like, any little story. So I was talking about this girl named Charlotte I was with. And I was comparing her to Gigi. And I was saying the green-eyed Gemini is so much better of a girlfriend than Charlotte. I can't even believe I was with her for so long. You know, she was a horrible girlfriend. One time, Charlotte and I were driving. We were going to a barbecue, and we were fighting. We were having an argument. And I was driving real slow in this car because there were big speed bumps. Because it was by a park. And so, her and I are arguing. We're going to this barbecue. I'm driving my car slow. There's these speed bumps going real slow. There's a park right here. And there's a girl, some chick, walking with two dudes. So me and Charlotte arguing. And when I slow down to go slow through a speed bump, Charlotte gets out of the car and rushes a chick that's walking on the sidewalk connected to the park, who's walking with the two dudes. There's a chick and two dudes walking, dude, right there, and Charlotte rushes the chick. I slow down just enough for her to jump out. So she rushes the chick, bro, starts swinging on her. Charlotte's small, 5'2". The chick grabs Charlotte by her hair, just boom, throws her in the gutter and starts bombing on her. Now has my girlfriend in the gutter and bombing on her. So I just put my car and park right there in the street. I jump out, I go running. I grab that girl who has Charlotte by the hair and sling her off. Because she's whipping my girlfriend's ass. So now those two dudes tune me up, bro. And that's all Charlotte wanted, dude. She wanted those two dudes to whip my ass. That was her plan, and it worked. She came up with it in a moment's time. She's like, dude, I'm going to rush that chick. That chick will whip my ass. Chris will get that chick whipping my ass. Those two dudes will get Chris. Go. Bro, those two dudes whipped my ass. Got up, tried fighting back. I was starting to beat up one. The other one jumped in again. Finally jumped in my car. Went to the barbecue. Told the homeboys, hey, because they were at a party too, across the street from the park. Because some of their friends start coming. So I go to the barbecue and I was like, hey, just got in a fight with these people at the park. They're at a party. Let's posse up. Let's go down there and start slinging them. And some of my homies were down, but some of them were like, no. The dude who was having the barbecue was like, Splinter, man, causing drama. I guess I understand in hindsight. Was his pad. I mean, how many times has someone gone back to the pad where all the people come running out of, and they go there later and throw rocks or pop tires and do some bull shiznit, homeboy. But yeah, I went to the barbecue, dude, and I was like, let's ride, let's roll. Some wanted to, and some said no. And the ones who said no, people had their backs. It was like a group of people like, no, no, no. But later I got them one-on-one. And I was like, hey, dude, let me talk to you outside. And I was like, dude, that was fucked up last month, bro, when you didn't want to go ride with me to the park. When they're by themselves and I'm confronting, I'm like, why didn't you want to go to the park with me, dude? And I told those two dudes, and I told those two dudes, jump me. You didn't even want to go back. Well, brother, we've been drinking. I don't want to drive. No one asked you to drive. I was driving. Oh, brother, we were barbecuing. We're having fun. I just want to... All right, homie. All right, whatever. So barbecuing and having fun is more better than slinging them at the park. Fight for your homeboy's honor. Show where you at? I would have done it for you. I would have. Back in the day, done that for you. Now, not so much. So anyway, I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Much love to you guys. Shout out to the Point of View crew. Shout out to the 70 members. Shout out to the rock stars, homeboy. Dude, you should see this shirt. You know, I got priors for drawing on shirts. Look at this one. Bro, home of the Point of View crew. That's what's up, dog. Home of the Point of View crew, dog. I'm going to hook this shirt up. It's going to be sick with it. I was thinking about taking the names and making the names spell out Prison POV. Huh? Just saying. Bro, it's a work in progress. Figuring it out. It's going to be sick with it. I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Peace.